This is it.
Nice tree.
Well, I have heard Eyes Wide Shut called a Christmas movie, but I'm not so sure. Also, if this is your first time here, let me say welcome. I have a whole channel of Stanley Kubrick analysis, so if that's what you like, that's pretty much all I do. But as you can see from the title, today we're asking that question that seems to come up every December. Is Eyes Wide Shut a Christmas movie? So let's take a look at the evidence for and against and see if you agree with my conclusion at the end of the video. Now, literally the first scene is in the apartment of Dr. Bill and Alice, who are getting ready to go to a party, and already we see a Christmas tree, so it's obvious what time of year this is. When they show up to the fancy dress party of Ziegler, again with the Christmas tree prominently in the shot, Ziegler gives Alice a kiss and tells her, "Merry Christmas." So the scene is being set that we are definitely in the Christmas season. And that wasn't the only Christmas tree in this party, as we see here. Also, we can see lots of lights and what look like wreaths in the shape of stars on the walls. There's so many lights and decorations at this party, it's a very bright place, albeit very upscale and fancy, but it's definitely a Christmas party. When Dr. Bill has to make a house call to the family of a man who has died, we get yet another Christmas tree, but much downsized, and it's obviously a subdued atmosphere since the dead man is still here. At one point, we even see a death mask of some type on the side table here. It's an odd thing to have right next to a dying man. I actually wonder if there's another ritual going on here. But this atmosphere is definitely getting heavy for this to be a Christmas movie. When Dr. Bill meets the streetwalker Domino and decides to go to her place, we get yet another Christmas tree. It's a bit bigger than the last one, and although her tenement apartment is humble, with the gifts and extra lights, it does have a little bit of Christmas spirit. But we can't help but think that Domino has kind of a tough life. At the Sonata Jazz Cafe, Dr. Bill goes to see his old friend Nick Nightingale playing. As we walk in, there are many Christmas lights and at least 2 Christmas trees. I guess it's all right, but I'm starting to notice the only thing at all Christmassy about this film are the obligatory decorations, lights, and Christmas trees. But there's no happy or hopeful feelings here. Like people are just going through the motions, putting up the decorations, but that's it. Even this jazz club, it's a downbeat place. By contrast, when we get to the mansion party, you'll notice there aren't any Christmas decorations here. We see Red Cloak in a large, ornate room, but everyone is wearing black robes and wearing masks. If anything, Red Cloak feels like the anti Father Christmas, and the overriding feeling of this party is of something ominous and slightly dangerous. After stopping off at the hospital to inquire about Mandy, again in front of another Christmas tree, Dr. Bill finds out that she died earlier that day, so things get more and more bizarre and serious. No fun or festivities here. In a fitting end to this dark night of the soul, Bill comes home to his house and just shuts off the Christmas tree lights and just stands there in the dark. Now, for one moment, I'd like to describe some movies I actually do consider to be real Christmas movies, just as a contrast. The first one, as you can see, is Home Alone, and if you've seen it, you know it's very funny and upbeat, and really just a great popcorn movie. The second is the classic A Christmas Carol, with the well known story about a mean and miserly man named Scrooge who gets haunted by a ghost on Christmas Eve, but he has a change of heart in the end, and he really gets into the Christmas spirits, giving out presents and spreading cheer. The contrast of either of these movies to Eyes Wide Shut is stark. I've said before, I think Eyes Wide Shut is almost a noir film, but it also obviously has a lot of Christmas trees and decorations in it, drawing our attention to the time of year. But why? Well, to sum up, we ask the question, is Eyes Wide Shut a Christmas movie? Well, it depends on what you consider a Christmas movie. For me, a Christmas movie is something that captures some of the festive, upbeat, or magical spirit of the Christmas season, whether it's something funny like Home Alone or a traditional story like A Christmas Carol. I consider both of those to be Christmas movies. But Eyes Wide Shut? Well, I just can't say this is a film filled with Christmas spirit. This film is obviously much more serious, maybe even a bit avant garde, and if it embodies a Christmas spirit at all, maybe it's a very desolate one, shown by the almost noir, downbeat city feeling in parts of the film. Instead of the jolly ghost of Christmas present, it's the solitary ghost of Christmas noir, walking around the nighttime streets, slightly paranoid, albeit probably with good reason. So I've got to say no. I personally don't consider Eyes Wide Shut a Christmas movie, not in the usual sense. But that doesn't mean this isn't a good time of year to watch it one more time. Well, that's my new video about Eyes Wide Shut and whether or not it's a Christmas movie. I hope you liked it. Now, next week actually is Christmas, but I will still try and upload something. Also, I really want to thank my awesome comment section. You guys always give me some great info. I appreciate it. And it would help my channel if you did hit that subscribe button. But either way, my name is Shim. Thank you for spending time with me, and have a great day.